Hello everyone, welcome back to CSE World. So today we are going to read a story. The story's title is The Brahmin's Dream. There was once a poor Brahmin who often had to beg. He hardly had any food in the house. One day, the Brahmin received a pot of flour. He happily hung the pot above his bed. What a nice pot of flour! The Brahmin gushed. If only I was rich, he thought. I would have several such pots of flour. Then I wouldn't have to beg. As the Brahmin thought, he drifted off to sleep and began dreaming. Now once there was a Brahmin who was very poor and he had to beg every day for food. And one day when he was begging, he received a pot of flour, and he took the pot of flour to his home and he happily hung it above the bed. So here you can see there is the Brahmin and he has a pot of flour. Let's continue. The Brahmin was talking in his sleep. Now, when the Brahmin went to sleep, drifted off to sleep, he talked in the sleep. That here he is talking in his sleep. He is dreaming this. Let's see what he dreams. Okay, so there is a lot of flour in the pot, and it will feed me for a few days. But should I keep it or sell it? It could be I could get a very good price if there was a famine in our land. Who will buy this good flour? I will shout in the market. I'll give you 10 rupees. One buyer will shout. 20 rupees. The second buyer will offer. 30. The third man will say. 30. The third man will say. And I'll sell him for 30 rupees. So he's dreaming that he is going to sell the pot of flour which he got, and there will come 3 buyers who will sell them for 10, 20 and 30. So he will sell the third buyer for 30 rupees. Okay, so let's see what next is. I shall buy a pair of she-goats and feed them properly. Soon they will give birth to little goats. I shall own at least 10 goats in some years. Now, he is dreaming that he will have, with that 30 rupees, he will buy a pair of she-goats. She-goats means female goats. Okay, and he will feed them properly and they will give birth to little goats, and he will soon have lots of goats in some years. Then I'll go to the market again and shout, who wants to buy my fat goats? A rich villager would buy my goats for 100 rupees. With that money, I shall buy 2 cows. Soon the cows will have calves, and I shall have many cows in some years. Now again he's selling all the goats, and a rich villager will take the goats for 100 rupees. And with those 100 rupees, he will buy he shall buy 2 cows. So he will buy 2 cows and they will soon have calves, and he will soon have many cows in some years. There will be so much milk that I shall sell milk, butter, cream and all kinds of sweets, and I shall become a very rich man. So he is dreaming that when he will when he will have many cows, he will get lots of milk, and he will make butter, cream and all kinds of sweets with that milk, and he will sell it and be a very rich man. Then I shall start a business of trading in precious stones. I shall visit the king next and say, I have pearls, rubies and diamonds as gift for your highness. The king shall be pleased, and he shall give them to the queen. I shall become even richer and build a huge mansion and be a mansion with a beautiful garden, lovely lawns and pools. There will be white swans swimming in the pool. So he's dreaming that after he is become a rich man, he will by selling all the dairy products, he will be a rich man and he will start a different business of selling precious stones like rubies and diamonds and jewels and everything. So he will start that, and he will give the king so he will give it to the king, and the king will give to queen, and he will be even richer, and he will build a big mansion, and he will have a lawn, a pool, and white swans swimming in the pool and everything. Many rich men will ask me to marry their daughters, but I shall refuse. Now he is dreaming that many other rich men shall offer their daughters for marriage, but he will refuse. But when the king asks me to marry his daughter, I shall accept. Now when the king asks for his daughter to marry the Brahmin, he will say yes. But the beautiful princess shall be my bride. We shall have many children. I shall play with my children in the garden, but I shall not allow them to disturb me when I am resting. I'll shout at them first, but if they keep disturbing me, I shall be very angry and beat them with a stick like this. Okay, so the Brahmin is dreaming that when he will marry the the princess, and they will have many children, and he will play with him in the lawns and in the garden, and he will. And if the children, most of the children have a habit of disturbing someone when they are resting. So the Brahmin says that when he is resting, I will, if they disturb me, I shall beat them like this. The Brahmin began to throw around his hands in the sleep as if he was beating his children. Now he was doing all of this in actual too. He was beating like this in the real also. Like you can see here, he's beating with his hands like this. And here's a pot of flour above his head, hung above his bed. This is the bed. He is sleeping and dreaming. Okay. Now he was pretending that he was dreaming, and he was also doing it in actual. And one of his hands got he accidentally beaten one of his hands to the pot of flour above his bed, and crash, it fell down and broke. The Brahmin awoke with a start and looked around. What was that noise? He exclaimed. Now, as he was pretending he was beating, but he was also doing it in the dream. He was beating his children, but when and accidentally one hand broke the pot of flour. With that noise, he waked up, and he said that what's the noise, as he was dreaming, and he had no idea what he was doing. Gone the big mansion, lovely garden, and the beautiful princess. All that Brahmin had before him was a broken pot and flour spread all over the floor. So this is a very moral story that it teaches us that do not we should not dream for big things. We should act like that. So so that was the end of this video and this story. So if you like my video, please like it and don't forget to click on the red subscribe button. Have a good day. Bye.